This morning, controversy surrounding the judge in the lawsuit challenging Act 10, how a signature is raising questions about a perceived conflict of interest.
Plus, President Biden could sign an executive order today addressing asylum seekers at the border, what it could mean and what could get in the way.
And temperatures out there are in the upper 60s across most of Dane County. It's very muggy. We'll talk about how long that will last.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us here on a Tuesday. I'm Shane Hogan.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Very muggy out. Man, is it humid.
Just hits you as soon as you step outside, right?
I know, after all that rain yesterday.
That's right.
Muggy conditions this morning. Savannah, how's it feeling out there on the patio?
Yeah, I feel like my hands are kind of like wet almost. It's really sticky
Nice.
outside. You'll notice that as soon as you come out the door. So you're not going to need a jacket, maybe a light rain jacket, but not a coat or sweatshirt because temperatures are cold. That's not the case. It's very warm this morning. We're at 65 in Madison, 68 in Cross Plains, 65 over in Deerfield. So all of southern Wisconsin pretty much seeing similar temperatures out there, even a couple of 70s. But our dew points, those are in the mid to upper 60s out there. That's fueling the humidity. We have high levels out there, so we're close, very close to saturated. We have a very saturated atmosphere right now. That could help key in some storms for later this afternoon. We do have an alert day out for the potential of seeing some stronger storms. That wouldn't be till later this afternoon and evening, but we will have to see how those develop west of here. And then I do think they'll fizzle out some by the time they travel this far east, but we'll just have to watch that overall low-level risk. We'll talk about the threats and the timing we're going to see these storms move in across southern Wisconsin. That's coming up.
All right, thank you, Savannah. You can track the storms yourself on this alert day with the free First Warn Weather and Traffic app. Download it wherever you get yours.
Back to the breaking news we've been following this morning. Officers are investigating threats made in Janesville.
Here's what we know so far. The call came in just after 1 o'clock in the morning for a report of threats. Rock County Dispatch is asking people to avoid the area of West Court Street and Washington Street. Again, this is in Janesville. Officers are still investigating the report of threats there. They would not be more specific, but we'll continue to call and update you with information throughout the morning. Meantime, there is growing scrutiny over the Dane County judge hearing a landmark case challenging Act 10.
That was the controversial union law passed back in 2011. Judge Jacob Frost is hearing the case, but take a look at this. That same name appears on a petition to recall then-Governor Scott Walker, who was in office when Act 10 went into law. Now, there is some evidence to suggest it is the same Jacob Frost. The address matches a place he lived at the time, but we cannot fully confirm that it is the same person, and his office did not immediately return our calls for comment. Despite it possibly being him, a UW law professor we spoke with says this shouldn't be a conflict of interest as long as Walker is no longer governor.
We're talking about a petition for a recall of a governor who is no longer in office that happened over a decade ago. And so I really don't think that this rises anywhere near a conflict of interest or an appearance, even an appearance of a conflict of interest.
Gross adds that the specifics of the case may make it easier for the judge to remain impartial.
Democratic candidate for the U.S. House, Lorenzo Santos, is out of the race for his party's nomination. Santos, who currently serves as Deputy Emergency Management Coordinator in Racine County, announced he's dropping out. He had been running in the first, which is currently held by Brian Stile. Santos' decision to drop out all but assures that Peter Barca will be nominated as the challenger to Stile.
UW System Regent Bob Adwell is resigning. This move comes after 3 days after his term expired amid a refusal to step down. Governor Tony Evers had appointed a replacement, Tim Nixon, to replace Adwell, but Adwell said he planned to stay on, only stepping down by his own accord or until the state Senate confirmed his successor. Now, there were questions surrounding that as the legislature's 2-year session ended in the spring, but now Nixon can take his seat as the newest UW regent.
6:04 now. President Biden is expected to announce an executive order today to curb illegal immigration. The order could come as early as today. The president's sweeping order would effectively shut down the U.S.-Mexico border to asylum seekers crossing illegally when a daily threshold of crossings is exceeded. That number is 2,500. Unaccompanied children would be exempt. The executive action would also allow authorities to turn away migrants either to Mexico or their country of origin.
The president's authority to broadly restrict illegal border crossings without congressional approval is being widely disputed. So if President Biden goes ahead with the executive order, it could face some legal challenges. The bipartisan immigration reform bill from earlier this year would have given the president the ability to close the border to those asylum seekers. That bill did not become law after it faced opposition in the House.
These efforts to secure the border come as immigration continues to be a top issue headed into the election. The latest Gallup poll looking at problems in America shows that immigration is the top issue. It's 9% higher than the next issue of government. It's also more polarizing than ever before. 48% of Republican respondents referenced immigration as a key issue, with a quarter of independents and 8% of Democratic respondents saying the same thing.
Happening today, opening statements will begin in the federal trial of Hunter Biden on firearms charges. He's the first child of a sitting U.S. president to face a criminal trial. Hunter Biden has pleaded not guilty to charges that he illegally bought and owned a handgun while addicted to or using drugs. The prosecution is expected to reference Hunter Biden's own memoir, in which he recounts his struggles with addiction. If convicted, Hunter Biden could face up to 25 years in prison. The Wisconsin Lottery will stop its weekly second chance drawing. The drawing uses non-winning tickets to enter. Each week, the lottery draws 10 tickets from the pool of original losing tickets, and each winner wins $1,000. The drawing will continue through the end of the year, but will officially end on December 26th.
Well, the famous Blue Lagoon is open again in Iceland. It comes after authorities said a nearby volcano that was erupting had stabilized. Check this out. Hundreds of tourists bathing in the geothermal spa were treated to an incredible view of the crater shooting out lava in the distance. An eruption last Wednesday was the 5th and most powerful since the volcano woke back up in December after 800 years. A couple from North Carolina vacationing at the Blue Lagoon called it a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Just having the lava like spew right with a beer in your hand and the warm water was something crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, but it's a beautiful view.
I bet. The volcano has been gushing record levels of lava stretching more than 2 miles, creating quite a threat to one coastal town there. It sits above a volcanic hotspot in the North Atlantic and sees regular eruptions.
Those just stunning images there coming out of Iceland. Wow, beautiful, stark, very cool.
Right, and that's what makes it interesting. The nice, relaxing
Blue
geothermal
lagoon.
waters with an erupting volcano within sight.
What a comparison.
Right.
Very cool.
All right, 6:07, Savannah, what's coming up?
Yeah, guys, we have the possibility of seeing a couple strong to even severe thunderstorms later this afternoon. We'll kind of talk about the threats and time it out just in a little bit.
And coming up in your morning sports, UW Whitewater looking to stay alive in the D3 baseball tournament.
Right field.
I'll show you who the hero was in last night's winning home run.
And we're getting ready for the Dane County Breakfast on the Farm this weekend. What you need to know and celebrating local agriculture in the 608.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear sharp curves. Don't spin your wheels. With more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand, you can bet your bottom dollar we're sharper than ever. Because man, we got traction. Yours, Toyota Sedans.
Right now, you can lease a fun-to-drive new 2024 Corolla for $219 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Wondering what makes Wisconsin Dells the perfect summer getaway? Let's find out. Let's splash. Let's play. Let's try something completely new. Let's make sure we do this again next year. Hey, I'm working up an appetite. Let's eat. Need a guys' weekend? Let's do guy stuff. Need a girls' weekend? Let's go, girls. Need a family getaway? Let's have some together time. Wisconsin Dells. Let's make this the best vacation ever. Go to wisdells.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
Hi, it's Preston with Window World, your locally owned and nationally known window company located right here in Madison. Come see what our Window World family can do for your next remodel.
Get a house full of Window World windows for just $90 a month.
That's 10 4000 Series award-winning windows, fully installed and warranted for life. Visit windowworldmadison.com or
call us today.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Top Notch Movers for Best Moving Company. Vote for Top Notch Movers and all your favorites online today.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Accelerated Psychiatry for Best Mental Health Facility. Vote for Accelerated Psychiatry and all your favorites at madisonmagazine.com.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We're back here on a Tuesday morning. Breakfast on the Farm season is officially here, and this weekend it's Dane County's turn to celebrate the industry here in the 608.
Oh, and look who's hanging out on the farm this morning. Josh Sprider is live in DeForest with more on what visitors can expect on Saturday. Hey there, Josh.
Good morning, Chris and Shane. We are at Blue Star Dairy Farms in DeForest this morning. This is the site of this year's Dane County Breakfast on the Farm this coming Saturday. We're hanging out with Sherry and Jenna this morning. Sherry, I want to start with you. Thank you so much for having us out to your farm this morning.
You're very welcome. I'm glad you're here.
So you guys are super excited to be the host of this year's Dane County Breakfast on the Farm. I mean, this is really, really special for any farm to be named the host of an event like this.
Yes, it's very exciting, and we love sharing our farm with the community and educating people on the industry.
So, Jenna, let's talk logistics about Dane County Breakfast on the Farm. This is really about celebrating local agriculture.
Exactly. Blue Star Dairy Farms is a third-generation family farm, and we're just very excited to have them open up their farm to the general public and all of Dane County.
So, Sherry, give us a little lay of the land here. You guys have quite a few acres where we're standing, but this is just a small fraction of what you guys really do here.
Yes, so we have this farm and another farm 4 miles north of here that we milk 2,100 cows 3 times a day, and also do our own cropping to make food for the animals. But at this event, we will be having a lot of different stations to help educate people and teach them about our industry and how we take care of our animals and the land.
I love that's what it's all about, right? Is seeing really what it takes, because there's so much that involves being in agriculture.
Correct. And it's really hard to get a grasp of that, just kind of looking online or you see pictures, but coming out here and seeing each aspect of this and how much technology has really come into our industry and helped us do a better job of taking care of our animals and the land.
So where we're standing right now, this is where the breakfast is going to be on Saturday. So people, what are people going to expect when they arrive?
So they're going to be coming in, parking in a hayfield, and then they'll come down to this shed and have their breakfast, delicious breakfast. They'll be able to go see a petting zoo with different animals, a lot of machinery, new machinery, old machinery, just to bring in some of that heritage. And then they'll be able to walk around the farm. And there's also wagon rides around the farm so that they'll get to see a little bit more of it, because this farm is on a little over 50 acres. That one we're on right now.
I love it. So, Jen, if people are interested, this is really something for the whole family.
It definitely is. Whether you're 5 or 85, we will definitely have something for everyone here, and just have that experience of getting up close and personal with a real-life dairy farm.
So this is happening Saturday. What do people need to know as far as times and tickets?
Yeah, so breakfast will be served from 7 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Ticket prices are Everyone over the age of 12, it'll be $10. Ages 3 to 11 will be $5, and anyone under the age of 2 is free. Tickets are sold right here on the farm, so come on out and get your tickets, and we're excited to have everyone.
I love it. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you, Sherry. Rain or shine, right? You guys are going to be out here this weekend, again, this Saturday. If you'd like to learn more about the Dane County Breakfast on the Farm, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. We're going to show you a little bit more of a tour of the farm coming up around 6:45. We're live in DeForest this morning. Josh Spreiter, News 3 Now.
All right, Josh, thank you very much. And you can always remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email for a chance to be featured.
Well, today is the second of 2 alert days in the forecast. We want to thank Ray for sharing these images.
Stunning images there.
Yeah, we asked Savannah about this last hour, describing this as a shelf cloud, a clearly defined shelf cloud as it moved its way through Rock County yesterday. Boy, we got a lot of rain and a lot of moisture out there this morning. So talk us through what happened yesterday with these tornado warnings.
Yeah, guys, we did have a couple of tornado warnings yesterday. They started in Rock County and then in Jefferson County, also Walworth. Eventually, the National Weather Service in Milwaukee was able to drop those warnings. That was just tornado warnings. We also had some flash flooding and also some severe thunderstorm warnings. So it was an active day yesterday. We do have another alert day later today for the afternoon and evening hours. Temperatures are very warm to start your day off. You won't need that jacket or coat or sweatshirt. You might want to keep an umbrella or a light rain jacket handy for later in the day, not based on temperatures, just because we have rain in the forecast. 65 currently in Madison, 70 though down in Janesville, and our dew points are not far behind that in most areas across southern Wisconsin. 69 the dew point in Monroe, 62 a little cooler in Madison, but when you start to have dew points above 60, that's when it feels muggy outside. Really humid once you're pushing 65 and even 70-degree dew points, which is very close in response to Monroe, Janesville, also Platteville, very close to the 70-degree mark. Here's the alert day: strong to severe storms all to most of southern Wisconsin. Not so much if you're traveling for work along the lake, not going to have to worry about that, but Madison and then also directly westward. That's later this afternoon and evening. The severe threat, this is what I just mentioned, so not off the lake. They don't have any risk, but Madison, Watertown, Janesville, Monroe, Platteville, most of the area under a level 1 out of 5, but you can see that yellow color just off towards Rochester and Minneapolis. That's where the best chance altogether of severe weather is going to be, so directly to our west and then also in the deep South Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi. But we're going to have to see these storms as they develop west of there. As they move in, I do think some of them are going to fizzle out, which is why they didn't carry that slight risk as far east as Madison, but we do have that low level, something to be aware of later this afternoon, just in case they do develop. Winds and hail are going to be our bigger threats, so we'll have to watch for that. Maybe some flooding just because we saw so much yesterday and all that rain. That's what we're going to have to worry about for later today. 83, and then we're down to 78 tomorrow, lower 70s only Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
It's been a crazy couple of days for the Whitewater baseball team. Sunday night, they won in walk-off fashion to keep their season alive. And Monday, they needed to beat Salve Regina twice to advance the Division III National Championship. Well, they won Game 1 to force a winner-take-all Game 2. The Warhawks were flying in the 8th inning, tied at 2, but not for long. Aaron Holland deposits a home run into right to give Whitewater a 3-2 lead. Then a couple batters later, Danny Hopper adding some insurance like he's working at State Farm. The RBI single makes it a 2-run game, and Whitewater will play for a national championship. They win 5-2 the final. Well, it was an emotional night in Philly for Reese Hoskins. The Brewers' first baseman returned to a place where he spent the last 6 years for the first time since he was traded. And you just can't make this up. 7th inning, Hoskins up, and he sends one into the seats and left for a solo shot. Brewers, though, fall 3-1 the final. Monte Ball was a machine in college. During his time as a Badger, he was a 2-time consensus first-team All-American, a 2-time Doak Walker winner, and named the Big Ten Running Back of the Year 2 times. He finished his career 3rd on Wisconsin's all-time career rushing list with over 5,000 yards and scored 83 total touchdowns. Well, Monday, Ball found himself on the ballot for college football's Hall of Fame class of 2025. For the last 5 years, Wisconsin volleyball has reached the Final Four, and this year the Badgers will start the season where they hope to end it in Louisville, Kentucky, the site of the 2024 Final Four. Kelly Sheffield and company will take on Louisville on August 27th, part of the AVCA First Serve Showcase. Now, the last time these two teams met, the Badgers beat the Cardinals in 5 sets to punch their ticket to the 2021 National Championship game. And the rain threw a little wrench in day 1 of the State Boys Golf Meet. Division I played all 18. Waunakee leads the team standings by 1 stroke, while Fort Atkinson's Mason Burke is tied for 2nd. Division II and III only played 9 holes. Edgerton sits 2nd in D2, and Mineral Point leads after the first round in Division III. And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
Thank you, Zach. Coming up next, a new study explaining what happens when you drink alcohol on a flight.
And coming up in our next half hour, what leaders in Madison say about discrimination against the LGBTQ+ community this Pride Month.
And as we had to break on this Tuesday, we are taking a look at gas prices. We're back right after this.
First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
This is why June is one of my favorite months of the entire year. Welcome to Blue Star Dairy in DeForest. There's nothing in there, girlfriend. Sherry, tell us about your beautiful love story with farming. I mean, truly, it's been a love story your whole life. You've always been on a farm.
Yeah, so I started dating my husband when I was 15, but before that, I grew up on a small dairy farm just 4 miles south of here and always loved working with animals and doing farm work. And so this just felt natural and right. And as we had kids, our kids grew up here, and it's just a way of life for us.
You farm with your 2 kids. That's the 4th, your kids are the 4th generation. I know how much this means to you, but even more than that, you love having the public come here. They can come here on tours, field trips, and really learn firsthand all about everything on the farm.
Exactly, and that is so important, I feel, especially this day and age when they can get information from so many different places. Come here, see what we do, learn from us, and see it firsthand. That's the best way for people to learn.
Absolutely, and kids and adults. Everybody has questions. Some of the parents' questions are even more important.
Exactly, yeah. I encourage the parents to come along and see it firsthand as well.
I know you're very, very honored and excited for the dairy farm breakfast in June. Tell us the details of that.
So we will be hosting breakfast on the farm on June 8th, and we would love to see everyone come out, enjoy some delicious food, and see the farm, get a full tour, and pet some animals.
That's really the best way viewers can help support not only your farm here in DeForest, but farms all across Wisconsin, right?
Exactly. It's one great way to do so.
All right, come fill your belly and get a beautiful view of Blue Star Dairy right here in DeForest. For Sherry, I'm Emmy, and you are buzzed into Madison.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Check out our great selection of over 100 Magic Woods vanities. These high-quality vanities add a unique style and modern look. This Haber Hill vanity is $329.29 after rebate. Update the floors in your home with Great Lakes Heritage vinyl plank. It features an attached pad for comfort and is durable, waterproof, and easy to install. Just $329 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
Welcome back. We are sharing Gwen's morning here on a Tuesday. Some geese and a gaggle. Is that what?
Yeah,
that's
gaggle of geese, right?
All right.
Great photo of some nature, Gwen. Thanks for sharing with us. Well, the next time you fly, you might want to consider this before getting a drink on the plane. Okay. There's a study published in the journal Thorax found that drinking alcohol on a plane combined with sleeping causes heart strain. That's because air pressure and oxygen levels in the flight are lower than typical conditions on Earth. You combine that with alcohol, sleep, and you get an intensified drop in oxygen saturation in the blood.
That makes sense, right? Like, for what it is. I mean, I'm no doctor, but I mean, that makes sense to me with all that pressure in the cabinet, right?
Yeah.
And hey, we know it's Madison Bike Week, right?
Absolutely.
And there's something interesting happening when it comes to bike sales. During COVID, cooped up Americans bought bikes. Sales skyrocketed. Then supply chain issues hit. Sales were down. And that's still the case. Nationally, in 2023, bike sales fell 24% compared to 2020. And you might be able to benefit now. It's because shop owners say they have to slash prices because they have too much inventory. It also means that margins are smaller and some shops are struggling. But hey, it might be a good time to buy a bike.
I mean, kind of a similar story we had last week, right? Some of these companies starting to cut prices down because of inflation has kind of scared the consumer a little bit. So another chance to maybe take advantage right now, because prices could go right back up, right? So
you never know. Have you got a bike?
I don't, but I was considering getting one. I was surprised that the prices are going down and less people are buying them, because I feel like more people are trying to stay active and get outside.
Yeah, well, now's the time to do it,
I
right?
guess so.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, they like to bike here in Madison.
A
we
lot.
love our bikes.
Kelly bikes in.
That's sure
every
does.
day.
They share the road almost as much as cars do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In the city.
Absolutely.
All right. Hey, we got that alert day today for the risk of severe weather later today, huh?
Yeah, that'd come later in the day, so just something to be aware of as you're dropping everyone off. School today is... School's out. We're not going to use the bus stop
Some
forecast.
schools are out. A lot of schools are still in.
Yeah, we'll talk about the severe weather coming up.
Sounds good.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Spectrum, we know that internet is a vital tool to help you fulfill your dreams.
My dream is to become a video game developer.
My dream is to get my online college degree. Unfortunately, federal funding for the Affordable Connectivity Program is ending. That's why Spectrum designed affordable internet and mobile solutions to keep you connected. We are committed to delivering reliable, affordable internet and unlimited mobile to keep you connected to what matters most to you.
Hi, it's Preston with Window World, your locally owned and nationally known window company located right here in Madison. Come see what our Window World family can do for your next remodel.
Larson's Platinum Storm Door is the perfect marriage of strength and beauty. For a limited time only, when you purchase a Window World entry door, you'll get $100 off a Larson Platinum Storm Door.
Visit windowworldmadison.com or
call us today.
Celebrate Memorial Day at Brothers Maine, where unbeatable appliance deals come with expert advice. Enjoy special prices and free delivery on top brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid. Visit us today and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird. With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. V value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. U, get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
I've been with U.S. Cellular for 27 years. They've always taken care of me. But when they asked me to talk to you about their special customer event, Us Days, I said, I gotta get in shape. So they sent me this Hollywood trainer. Oh, this guy's no joke. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers.
Now let's try burpees.
Us Days is back at U.S. Cellular. Current customers get $1,200 off any phone, plus $300 off any tablet.
Teens have drama.
One more minute.
Braces add more drama.
Oh, how does anyone do this?
Invisalign is better oral hygiene and no drama.
Ordinary is the opposite of beautiful. Beauty drops our jaws, dilates our eyes, and beauty is something we can create right now at Floor & Decor.
Breaking news in Janesville this morning. Police are investigating threats, the area they want you to avoid.
Plus, this Pride Month, what leaders in Madison say about discrimination against the LGBTQ+ community.
And here's your first look outside this morning ahead of another alert day. Savannah, what's ahead?
Yeah, guys, we are tracking another alert day. The possibility of seeing strong to severe storms later after a very mild start to our morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning on a Tuesday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Shane Hogan. Well, we certainly got the rain Kelly was talking about yesterday morning. That absolutely came true. And now we're kind of feeling the effects of that. Very muggy out there.
A lot of moisture in the air. Savannah is on the patio where it is just downright humid. Hey.
Yeah, guys, it is really, really humid out there. Our dew points are not far behind our temperatures. Those are actually above 60 degrees, even pushing 65, 70 along with our temperatures. When you get dew points that warm, you really start to feel the humidity. As soon as you step foot outdoor, you'll notice that. So not going to need a sweatshirt or a coat, but you might want a light rain jacket just because we do have storms in the forecast later this afternoon. Right now, 66 at the Madison airport, 67 in Waunakee, 68 in Oregon. Temperatures all across southern Wisconsin, pretty much just there. We have a couple areas pushing 70 or very close to that, 69 in Platteville, 70 degrees in Kenosha. This is the low-level risk that we have for today, but still could see some strong to severe storms later this afternoon into the evening. I think our threats are going to be potentially damaging winds, also some hail. The tornado threat is low. We'll really have to watch what these storms do directly west of here over Kansas and then into Minnesota, how they travel into southern Wisconsin. As those do make its way here, I do expect them to fizzle out, but guys, there's still the possibility of seeing some activity here across southern Wisconsin.
All right, Savannah, thank you. Folks, you can track the severe weather risk yourself with the free First Warn Weather and Traffic app. Download it wherever you get your apps.
Back to the breaking news we've been following this morning. Officers are investigating threats made in Janesville.
Details are limited, but here's what we know so far. Rock County Dispatch is asking the public to avoid the area of West Court Street and Washington Street. Again, this is in Janesville. We know that call came in around 1 o'clock this morning of some sort of threat in the area. Again, we don't know exactly what's going on there, but again, officers asking folks to avoid West Wash and Court Street. Officers are still there investigating. They're asking people to avoid the area at 6 this morning. We'll let you know when the intersection is back open, so stay informed with the free Channel 3000 mobile app. It's available now in the App Store.
Now to an update on the death of a child in Rock County from earlier this year.
The man charged with killing an 8-year-old has pleaded not guilty. Prosecutors have charged 20-year-old Davion Lathrop of Janesville with first-degree murder and hiding a body. Law enforcement arrested Lathrop back in March. They found the body of an 8-year-old near a home in the town of Fulton, which is near Janesville. It all happened on West Miles Road. Officers were initially responding to reports of a missing child. During the search, officers detained Lathrop, who sheriff's officials described as a member of the family. They later arrested him, but it's not clear exactly how Lathrop is related to the child. His jury trial will be scheduled at a later date.
A Janesville man will be back in court later this month. Police say Brett Bannister destroyed more than $2,500 worth of LGBTQ plus pride-themed merchandise at a local Target last year. He's facing a felony charge after police were able to confirm he directly targeted LGBTQ plus messaging. The Janesville Target wasn't the only store to experience backlash for its pride displays. In May of 2023, Target released a statement saying some of its employees were experiencing threats of violence due to that year's Pride collection. Those incidents went into Target's decision to pull the merchandise from certain stores, but now Target is receiving backlash for that decision.
On the other hand, I appreciate companies that have said, this is our stance on LGBTQ issues, and you know, it might cost us. We might lose customers. We might lose support, but this is our stance and we're sticking with it, you know. I think that's kind of a stronger message.
Starkey says the young people he works with report experiencing discrimination often.
A new report shows LGBTQ plus people may have a higher risk of getting cancer. The American Cancer Society says it's likely due to multiple factors. LGBTQ plus people are more likely to be uninsured and unemployed. The group's also more likely to smoke, have excess body weight, and use alcohol heavily, contributing to the cancer risk. Another factor, fear of being turned away from care.
In some states, that healthcare providers, based on what's broadly described as religious or personal preferences, can actually refuse to see certain populations, which for us is really a horrifying thought.
Wisconsin is not one of those states. Still, the Movement Advancement Project says 21% of the LGBTQ plus population live in states that allow doctors to deny those patients health care on the grounds of religion. A closer look at some of the data from the American Cancer Society's research. 30% of medical students surveyed said they weren't comfortable treating trans people. Lesbian women are less likely than heterosexual women to have a Pap test, and when they are tested, the result is more likely to be abnormal. Researchers say tailored health policies, public health programs, and clinical practices are needed to raise awareness of and access to cancer prevention.
Now, despite all of this, members of the LGBTQ plus community and allies are rallying around one another to fight discrimination. Here in Madison, the Progress Pride flag is now flying above the city, county, and municipal building. It officially went up yesterday. We also heard a message from Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway to members of the community.
It is important for us here in Madison and Dane County to raise the flag and to show that we believe in equality, that we believe in more rights, not fewer, in more freedoms, not less, and that we stand strong with the LGBTQ plus community here in Madison and Dane County.
Both the Madison Common Council and the Dane County Board have introduced resolutions recognizing June 2024 as Pride Month.
A heads up about some road closures this morning. A portion of Parview Road in Middleton is going to be closed today. 2314 Parview Road is going to be closed to traffic with anticipated paving to be completed today. The city says the road will be closed completely to traffic during specific times. So if you use this area to commute, might want to take a different route this morning.
Well, driving in Madison this summer might look a little bit different. Safer crosswalks and reduced speed limits will be in place around this city this summer, and all of this part of Madison's ongoing Vision Zero initiative. Arman Rahman has more on what to expect.
In the coming months, you're going to see this 35 become a 30-mile-per-hour speed limit on the stretch of South High Point Road on Madison's west side, as the city rolls out its next phase of speed management and safe streets projects for Vision Zero.
It should be a community effort, slow down.
Starting in June, other speed limit changes will come to side streets near East Wash, Regent Street from Midvale to Whitney Way, and Sheboygan Avenue between Seco and Whitney Way, along with other reconstruction projects. Traffic engineer Alexandra Heinrichs says it's proven to help.
We've seen the majority of the roadways see a decrease in the very high, most dangerous speeds. And 31 out of 35 of those streets.
She says there will also be more safe streets projects that are quicker to build this summer in hopes of calming traffic in a lot more spots around the city.
Most of them are going to take a day, not even. Installing, a continental crosswalk takes like a couple hours, not even. And doing these bump outs or rapid flashing beacons, it doesn't take very long.
The speed limit changes will happen more slowly throughout the summer.
Be finished, I would say, end of August, end of September.
Vision Zero leaders say, unlike the larger thoroughfares where they reduce speeds, they're not going to send out notifications each time they change one of these smaller roads. However, there will be flags placed on each side of the speed limit sign to let you know of the change. Reporting in Madison, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
Now to continuing coverage of the AmFam Championship. The event tees off at University Ridge, just past Madison's far west side. The Pro-Am tournament is happening both tomorrow and Thursday. Then the full tournament begins Friday and goes through Sunday. It's U Ridge's last time hosting the event. Next year, the championship moves to TPC, Wisconsin, formerly Cherokee, on Madison's northeast side near the airport.
We've got a lot of big names coming to this side of town for the old AmFam.
John Daly, already in town.
That's right.
Practicing for the tournament.
That's right.
Some celebs too.
Yeah, Steve Stricker, of course, kind of the grandfather of the tournament, and Yeah, Michael Phelps, Matt Ryan, it's going to be an exciting time. Friday is when the tournament will begin. Opening ceremony set for 8:20, and the rounds of golf will run through Sunday. An exciting weekend here.
Sure will be. 6:39, check it in with Savannah and your forecast. Hey.
Hey guys, good morning. We have the threats of seeing severe weather later this afternoon. We'll talk about the threats here across southern Wisconsin coming up.
And we are in the 608 this morning, getting a preview of the Dane County Breakfast on the Farm. What you need to know coming up.
Everyone has their own idea of what fitness means to them. Here's what it means to us. We believe fitness can be more than exercise, that it can build a better tomorrow. It can change how you feel. It can build more than muscle. It can build community. And no matter what your reason, the common goal is simple. It's for a better tomorrow. Join us for a better tomorrow.
Need inspiration? Shop Pick and Save. For over 30,000 mouth-watering choices, plus savings like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Pick and Save is worth it every time. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this Memorial Day. You'll also receive the Power Swabs Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will get free shipping.
Hanson's windows, roofing, siding, gutters, bathtubs, and showers are guaranteed. Get 50% off installation or enjoy no interest and no payments for 1 year.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
From midnight tweets to drinking bleach to tear-gassing citizens and staging a photo op, we knew Trump was out of control when he was president. Then he lost the 2020 election and snapped, desperately trying to hold on to power. Now he's running again, this time threatening to be a dictator, to terminate the Constitution.
If I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Trump wants revenge, and he'll stop at nothing to get it.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
The nation's top call for action team is going strong at News 3 Now, with more than 160 cases closed and over $444,000 recovered. If you need help moving forward, call for action only on News 3 Now.
There's still time to register for the More Than Pink Walk for breast cancer research. Log on to channel3000.com/Komen. Be part of the movement to raise money, celebrate survivors, and honor loved ones.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We are back on a Tuesday. This summer, the National Weather Service says to expect higher than normal temperatures. And with more people cranking up their AC, we're taking a look at how much more your energy bill could cost you. One analysis predicts the average cost to stay cool this summer will go up nearly 8% from June through September. That ends up coming out, on average, about $719. That's nearly $200 more than the cost of electricity on average back in 2019.
Take a look at this. The rain yesterday causing some high water in Madison. That's not all the storms did. They also left some damage in Edgerton, resulting in the collapse of a roof there. There were also tornado warnings in Rock, Jefferson, and Walworth counties. Savannah, we have another alert day in the forecast today and some muggy conditions this morning.
Yeah, guys, it is definitely muggy out there. Our dew points are not far from where our temperatures are this morning. And yes, another alert day for strong to severe thunderstorms later this afternoon. We're at 67 in Madison, 67 in McFarland, 70 though in Verona. That is typical out down south of here. Temperatures are right near that 70-degree mark, 69 in Platteville, 69 in Monroe, 70 degrees in Kenosha. But dew dew points, like I mentioned, not too far behind that. When you start to have dew points above 60, it starts to feel muggy outside, but pushing 65 to even close to 70 degrees. Platteville's dew point at 69. Same with Monroe. That's the actual temperature. When you have dew points exactly as far as the temperature is, that's when air is saturated, so it starts to feel very, very humid out there. That's going to be typical of today. Could help fuel strong to severe storms for later in the day. We have lots of instability to work with. Low wind shear, though, that's a key ingredient needed for severe weather. Tornadoes specifically, so that end is low. Pretty much all of southern Wisconsin later this afternoon and then into the evening. There's overall a low risk, at least here locally, even that slight risk, the yellow behind me. That's where the best chance of severe weather is going to remain. But as these storms develop over that area, as they travel closer to us in Madison, we'll have to watch. I do think they're going to fizzle out at least somewhat or weaken before making its way here. That's why we're just placed under a marginal risk, and then they should die out completely before making its way to the lake. At that point, probably just some winds and then also some rains to worry about. But I think the biggest threat's going to be gusty winds and then also some smaller hail. But this yellow color down south and then just to our west, that's where the best threat overall of severe weather is going to be. Like I said, wind and hail are biggest threats, a low tornado threat. I did put moderate risk for flooding only because we saw so much rain yesterday. We had lots of areas along the river, even on roads that were not washed out but had lots of flooding over it. 83, that's your high today. 78 then tomorrow, and then temperatures are actually going to fall even more Thursday, Friday, Saturday, actually below average, but at least we'll be calm. It'll still be windy out there, but maybe some sunshine to help with that. And then overall, just a better pattern as we're heading into about late weekend to the first half of the weekend.
About time we got some calm conditions.
I know, we really need it. We're going to see that.
Goodness. Thanks, Savannah. Hey, breakfast on the farm season is officially here, and this weekend it's Dane County's turn to celebrate in the 608.
That's right, and our Josh Brighter is live on the farm in DeForest this morning with more on what visitors can expect coming up on Saturday. Hey, Josh.
Good morning, Chris and Shane. We are at Blue Star Dairy Farms in DeForest this morning, the site of this year's Dane County Breakfast on the Farm happening this Saturday. Sherry Meinholz is joining us this morning. Sherry, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So thank you so much. This has to feel so good to be the host of this year's Dane County Breakfast on the Farm.
Yes, we are very excited about having the community come out and to see our farm, learn more, and have a wonderful breakfast.
So this is an opportunity really to see what you guys are all about, and one of those things is where we're at right now. Talk about this building that we're standing in this morning.
So this is our calf barn for our calves that are still drinking milk, which they'll be doing up until 9 weeks of age. And this is obviously an extremely important part of our farm because this is the future of our farm. So just like our kids are the future of the farm, these calves are the future of our farm.
And some of these born as prior, like last night, right?
Yep, exactly. So they'll stay in the maternity pen for about 8 to 12 hours, and then they get brought up here and they get special care and attention and make sure that they're growing good and nice and healthy.
So let's talk a little bit about the breakfast on the farm, because this is really about celebrating local agriculture, and farming is a family thing, and that's no different for you guys here at Blue Star Dairy.
Exactly. So this is, we have the 4th generation joining now as young adults, and it's wonderful to have that. I grew up on a small dairy farm, and we have just a great group of people that work for us that are like family, the ones that aren't actually related. And so it has been in the family, my husband's family, since the early 1950s.
That's a long time. That's a long time. Sandy, you have quite a few acres, and it takes a lot of manpower to be able to keep this going.
Yes, so we milk between this farm and our farm 4 miles to the north. We milk 2,100 cows 3 times a day. And then we also raise our own young stock to replace the older animals as needed. And so we have about 47 employees. We also run about 6,000 acres. So we have a separate shop and field crew to do the field work, maintenance on the equipment, and then we have our dairy crew to take care of the cattle.
So if people are interested, I mean, this is really about figuring out why agriculture is so important here in Wisconsin. So coming out this Saturday, they're going to be able to learn so much right at their fingertips.
Exactly, and we're going to have we work with a lot of wonderful companies and intelligence specialists, things like that. So our veterinarians will be here, our animal nutritionists will be here, and they'll have stations set up around the farm to help educate people as well. So besides just seeing what we do, they're going to be getting firsthand information from the professionals in this industry as well.
And I love how, you know, there's something for everyone, from the kids, from the adults. Like, you are going to learn something new.
Oh, definitely. I would say, and farming has changed so much. As we were talking, in my lifetime, it's changed and evolved so much. So it's great for people even that have had farming in their background to come and see what's new and exciting in the agriculture world.
All right, I want to put some information up on the screen. We have a graphic with all of everything that you need to know this coming Saturday. So if people are interested, Sherry, when should they come out, and really why should they come out this weekend?
Well, we start serving breakfast at 7, and that goes until 11:30. And like I said, they should just come out. They'll get to see there'll be a petting zoo. They'll get to see some animals, pet some animals, equipment. Learn all about our industry. Ice cream. There'll be ice cream.
Yes.
Can never turn that down.
I love it. Sherry, thank you. This morning. If you'd like to learn more about Dane County Breakfast on the Farm, you can go to this story on channel3000.com. Live and moving forward into Forest this morning, I'm Josh Ryder, News 3 Now this morning.
Knew it was coming. Knew it was coming.
Hey, Josh is always looking for inspiration to share with you folks at home. If you have an idea you want to see in the 608, reach out and let Josh know about it.
All right, coming up in the morning sprint, we have all of today's top headlines.
If you got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, let us know so we can show their picture on TV to help them celebrate.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Summer House Grill and Bar for Best Outdoor Dining, Best Place with a View, and Best Bloody Mary. Vote for Summer House Grill and Bar on MadisonMagazine.com.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
Rewards Club members at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison can get a ticket for a promotional drawing by visiting the Rewards Club booth. Promotional drawings can be either physical or virtual tickets. Physical tickets will be placed in a drawing barrel, while virtual tickets can be redeemed at a promotional kiosk. Visit Ho Chunk Gaming Madison and grab your tickets at the Rewards Club booth today.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Who is she talking to?
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
From home to gate in no time. Fly local from MSN.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
We're following breaking news this morning. Officers are investigating in Janesville. A call came in at 1 o'clock this morning for a report of threats. As of 6 o'clock this morning, Rock County Dispatch still asking the public to avoid the area of West Court Street and Washington Street. Officers, again, still investigating there. We will continue providing updates throughout the morning.
A man charged with killing an 8-year-old in March will go to trial. 20-year-old Davion Lathrop has pleaded not guilty to charges of killing the child and hiding their body. Officers arrested Lathrop in March after finding the child near a home in Fulton. They say that Lathrop is related to the child, but haven't said how. His trial date has yet to be set.
UW Regent Bob Atwell is resigning. This comes days after his term expired and he initially refused to step down. Governor Evers had appointed a replacement, Tim Nixon, but Atwell said he planned to stay on, only stepping down on his own or if the state Senate confirmed his successor. Now, with this announcement, Nixon can step in and take Atwell's place.
The Israeli military says 4 elderly men taken hostage on October 7th are dead. They say Hamas still has the men's bodies. It comes as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has dismissed President Biden's call for a ceasefire, denying claims Israel ever agreed to one. Meanwhile, in Gaza, health officials say increased Israeli airstrike have killed dozens of additional civilians.
Opening statements begin today in Hunter Biden's gun trial. A jury was seated Monday in Delaware. The president's son is facing 3 felony charges stemming from his alleged illegal purchase and possession of a gun while struggling with drug abuse.
Ticketmaster's parent company Live Nation is reporting a massive data breach. More than 500 million customers' data was stolen. It allegedly includes information like credit card numbers, addresses, and ticket purchases. Passwords don't appear to have been compromised. Still, it's a good idea to change your Ticketmaster password anyway.
A portion of Parkview Road in Middleton will be closed today. 2314 Parkview will be closed to traffic with anticipated paving to be completed. The city says the road will be closed completely to traffic during specific times. If you use this area for your morning commute, you should find a different route today.
We do have an alert day in the forecast for strong to severe thunderstorms later in the day, mainly looking at the afternoon and evening. 83 for your high today. We're going to be down to 78 for the low, and then temperatures fall even more, only the lower 70s, technically a few degrees below average, heading later into the work weekend, into the first half of the weekend at least.
All right, Savannah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We are back with another news and weather update coming up in 30 minutes.